This video is brought to you by the 3-Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon. Kia ora koutou and welcome to DerrocAr, the Week of 5 Presidents in about 3 minutes. Review copy used. It has a solo mode. It's a game for 1 to 5 players, playing time is medium, and it's a moderately complex game. It's 2001 and the Argentine economy is in freefall. Inflation is rampant and no one really knows how to get the country under control. Can you take the nation under your wing, or will you just be a comedic, historic footnote? The game ends in a win for the current president if they reach 10 support or if all debt is paid off. Once any player has 4 conflicts, however, the game goes to a sudden death round with the player with the most support winning. And if no one has any support, Commando grudgingly runs the country. Card management. You will have different types of cards to manage. Drafting, and you will draft those cards from a central display. Player turn. Each player selects a leader and takes their starting gear and 10 million cash. Each leader has a special ability. The game has 2 phases, with each player doing every step in their board phase one at a time before moving on to the card phase. In each phase, check the bulletin board for any active events and resolve them. If it is the president's turn, check the debt balance. If unbalanced, for each international payment made, discard 10 cards. Or for each domestic payment, return 10 to the deck and shuffle it. Debt is checked in both the board phase and card phases of the president's turn. You then take a single board phase action. You can make a debt payment and claim the matching lobby card. You can buy cards from the bank, paying the cost shown here. You may choose to take all money on the bank to your own supply, or you can take 5 million and 1 bad PR. You can propose a lord in the Congresso. All players can vote for it in secret, but votes need to be backed by money, and the most money wins. Enacted laws go on the bulletin. The president can use one of the Casa Rosada powers, flipping it over. These are flipped back when a new president is selected. The president is the player with the most support. If someone gets more support than the current president, they take that token off them immediately. The president can also call on the Shady Cavallo, which has pros and cons to it. Another board phase action you can take are the actions on any support tokens you have. After your action, you can then buy as many cards as you want from the market, paying the cost shown. Your hand limit is 5 cards. In the card phase, you may play cards. Funding cards are exchanged for money. The more, the better. Lobby cards can be spent in 3s to gain the matching support token. If you spend 3 different lobby cards, you can choose any of the 3 matching support tokens. You can play 3 promise cards to steal someone's support token. And you can play conflict cards with lobby cards to give someone a conflict token. The president cannot do that though. There are also special operation cards like this. Finally, draw 1 card. If the deck of cards runs out, every player gets this conflict token. Support token actions are a great way to get rid of some conflict tokens. Once the card phase is over, repeat the board phase. Why would you like this game? DerrocAr is a rare thing, a historic game that lives and breathes its historic context that is also really funny and engaging to play. This period of Argentina's history is both scary and ridiculous. And the game does a great job of making you feel like you're at the center of both a great tragedy and a high farce. I've often thought Munchkin fails as a game because it's not about power gaming, it's really about king-making. Here, DerrocAr owns its king-making self and even gives the kingmaker their own special helicopter token. The game encourages you to be petty and to bash the leader down while deflecting attention away from yourself. I highly recommend this game for the history and for the backstabbing. The best thing about this game is its authenticity. It's an Argentine game with an Argentine voice. However, if you utterly hate the idea of king-making games, this one will not be for you, because the game revolves around it. It's also just incredibly mean. For another darkly funny historical game, try Carmichael, and for a different take on deal making, try Moonrakers. DerrocAr. Get it now before it's gone for good. Gold medal game. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.